Hey guys, it's Crispy M9 coming at you with a story today. I got another one. So my last story was the Ding Dong Ditch gone wrong, but today I got one about me getting pulled over in a boat with my brother. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start here. So we have a lake house, and I'm not gonna say what lake or like where it is, but we have a lake house with our dad and our mom and us, obviously. But so we have a speedboat. It's like a fish and ski boat. So we have like live wells and stuff. We like fishing a lot, but so we take the boat out a lot because whenever we get to go up there, we pretty much take out the boat so that we can fish. And me and my brother, we each have a driver's license for the boat. We had to sit through like a 7-hour class, and it was so awful. It was like they said it was only going to go like 4 hours, and it went for like 7 hours, and it was just not really fun. But we got licenses, so we're both legal to drive, and where we are, the legal age to not wear a life jacket, you have to be over 14. So like if you're 14, you don't have to wear it, but if you're 13, or no, it's 13 and over. So if you are 14, then you're good to go. But if you're 13, then you're not. Then you have to wear it. And we didn't know that. So whenever we would take the boat out, our dad would drive the boat up, and we would drive it back to the house. And we didn't know you had to wear a life jacket because we were 13 at the time. So we drove it back to the house. You know, we did all our stuff. We stayed there for a few days, and then when we took it back, there was we were driving back, and there's this island that you have to go around, and you have to like go around this other side of it because the other side's too shallow. It's kind of like a creek channel, but it's shallow, and there's like a buoy that you have to avoid. So we usually the water was low. They lower the water. It's a hydroelectric dam. So we were taking the boat out like the end of the season, and so the water was low, so we were going to troll through that area because we didn't want to mess up the motor. Like, you know, trolling motor, we were going to use that. So we see an officer on the water. Now the officers, they have these like little yellow and blue lights on the side of it, and it says sheriff or something like that on the side. And we've gotten pulled over once before this with our dad because we were going too fast under a bridge or something like that. He was like, "Do you know what the term no wake is?" And it was pretty funny because it was because like we did, but so anyway, we see the officer on the water, and we wave to him, and he turns on the yellow and blue lights, and with this moment we're like, "Oh shit, we were getting pulled over." So he comes up next to the boat, and he's like, "So where's your life jackets?" And we were like, "What?" Well, I thought we were old enough, and he's like, "No, yeah, you have to be how old are you? What year were you born?" And then like questioning us, and then he's like, "You're not old enough to not wear one." He's like, "You better get those life jackets out, boy." And we had to get out the life jackets from under the seat, and he's like, "Why aren't your life jackets under the steering wheel?" Because with boat regulation, you have to keep a fire extinguisher, throwable raft or something, and life jackets under the steering wheel so that they're easily accessible. So they weren't under there. We had them in a compartment, and he's like, "Why aren't they under there?" And we're like, "Well, we usually keep them under there, but we're taking the boat in for this year." And he knew that we were just kids and we didn't really know like what we were doing, so he kind of just let that slide. We put on the life jackets, and he's like, "So are you guys old enough to be driving the boat?" He's like, "You guys are only 13. You shouldn't be able to drive the boat." We're like, "Oh, we have licenses." And he's like, "Yeah, but don't you have to be with a parent?" And apparently we didn't because we did the class and we knew that. So he takes our licenses and he calls up the instructor, and he makes sure that we're like able to drive, and then after that it's just okay, and we just drive away, and we say, "Have a nice day," and he's like, and he doesn't respond. It was kind of funny, but so we just drive back and we put the boat on the thing, and then we didn't come back for like a year because it was the end of the season and you can't fish, and it's not fun to fish in the cold. Like, so, but yeah, so the next time that we came back, we were able to not wear life jackets, and yeah. So that's my story about getting pulled over in a boat, and I guess we were technically breaking the law by not wearing those life jackets, but it's okay now, and I'm not in any kind of trouble. 2 years later, I'm 15, but yeah, obviously I'm not in any kind of trouble. So that's the end of the story, guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See ya.